Are you fascinated by the incredible power of artificial intelligence, but confused by all the technical jargon? Do terms like neural networks and backpropagation leave you scratching your head? Then you've come to the right place. In this video, we'll be exploring the world of deep learning for dummies, explaining what it is, how it works, and why it's one of the most exciting fields in technology today. So whether you're a complete beginner or just looking to expand your knowledge, join us on this journey into the world of deep learning. Let's start with the basics. Deep learning is a subfield of artificial intelligence that involves training computers to learn from data, much like how humans learn from experience. This allows machines to make decisions or predictions based on patterns that they have learned from large sets of data. Deep learning is used in many areas of our lives, from voice assistants on our phones to self-driving cars on the roads. It has revolutionized the way machines understand and interact with the world around them. So how does it work? At the heart of deep learning is something called a neural network, which is a series of algorithms that aim to recognize patterns in data. Neural networks are a type of deep learning algorithm that are inspired by the structure and function of the human brain. They are used to solve a wide range of problems, such as image classification, speech recognition, and natural language processing. At their core, neural networks are composed of individual neurons that are connected to one another in a network. Each neuron takes in one or more inputs, performs a simple mathematical calculation on those inputs, and produces an output. These individual neurons are organized into layers, with each layer feeding its output into the next layer as input. The first layer is called the input layer, and it takes in the raw data for the problem at hand. The final layer is called the output layer, and it produces the final result of the neural network. In between the input and output layers, there can be one or more hidden layers. These hidden layers allow the neural network to learn increasingly complex representations of the input data by combining the outputs of the neurons in the previous layer. During training, a neural network is given a set of input data and the corresponding desired outputs, and it adjusts the weights on the connections between neurons in order to minimize the difference between its predicted outputs and the true outputs. This process is called backpropagation. Once a neural network has been trained, it can be used to make predictions on new data that it has not seen before. By adjusting the number of neurons and layers, as well as the specific parameters of the neurons themselves, neural networks can be adapted to a wide variety of problems and data types. The process of training a neural network involves adjusting the weights and biases of the neurons in the network to minimize the difference between the predicted output and the actual output. This process is known as backpropagation. Backpropagation involves propagating the error between the predicted output and the target output backwards through the network, from the output layer to the input layer. The aim is to calculate the contribution of each neuron to the error, so that the weights and biases of the neurons can be adjusted accordingly. This is done by calculating the error with respect to each weight and bias in the network. This tells us how much the error will change if we change the weight or bias by a small amount. By adjusting the weights and biases in the direction that reduces the error, we can gradually improve the network's predictions. Backpropagation is typically performed using an optimization algorithm, such as gradient descent, which updates the weights and biases in small steps to minimize the error. This process is repeated many times, with the network gradually improving its predictions on the training data. It is an essential tool for deep learning, allowing us to train complex models on large amounts of data. Deep learning is a powerful tool that is revolutionizing the way we solve complex problems. It has a wide range of applications, from self-driving cars to drug discovery, and is driving many of the recent advances in artificial intelligence. By understanding the basic principles of deep learning, we can begin exploring this exciting field and applying it to our own projects. Thank you for watching this video on deep learning. We hope that you have gained a better understanding of neural networks, backpropagation, and the basics of this exciting field. As you continue to explore deep learning, remember that it is a rapidly evolving field, with new advances and discoveries being made all the time. So keep learning, keep exploring, and keep pushing the boundaries of what is possible with artificial intelligence. Thanks again for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content on all things tech and AI. See you in the next video.